Next, contingency approach leadership, right? That is contingency leadership style. I already explained this. What is meant by contingency? Contingency based on the future outcome, we have to react on that. That is contingency. The insurance claim is contingent. So apply that theory to leadership. It is a contingency based on the situation that leadership will behave. That is contingency approaches leadership. Simple meaning is that, right? So contingent leadership means is essence contingency theory is effective leadership is being dependent on the number of variable contingent factor. What will I do if two person fight in the organization? What will I do if one person die? One person die. It's not a fight and die. It's a different, right? If die and die or terminated or resign from the business, what I have to do? So leaders have the contingency plan for that's contingency event, right? That is meant by contingency. Then depend on the number of variable and contingent factors. There is no one right way to lead that will fit all situation. For example, if for example take finance manager during the audit period, he will focus on the task, not the people. Other than the audit period, he will focus on the people, right? Balance the people and tasks. But the audit period, within 3 months, 4 months, auditor needs accounting personnel for internal to check the internal controls, take the internal reports. For accounts personnel will not be allowed to take the leaves on audit rush periods, right? The December April period, sales departments are given the leave because December April are seasonal sales are there, season for the sales. So sales are in April and December, so sales personnel we need, right? So on that time we restrict the staff and keep the staff. So leadership style is different on that time, right? There is no one right way to lead that will fit all situations. The ability of a manager to lead and the influence is so a subordinate work group depends on the particular situation and will vary from case to case. Gillan leadership style suggests that the Gillan has written the book called Leadership Skills, right? That suggests that using only one leadership style is bit like a stop clock. It will be right twice a day, but the rest of the time it will be inaccurate to varying degrees. Leaders need to interact with their team in different ways in different situations. This is what we mean by leadership style. For example, if a tsunami comes, right, leader saying you can't take the leave. Is it possible? So when tsunami comes, you should allow them to take the leave. So you should react depend on the factors. That's why Adolf Hitler is failed, right? He wants to his vision is he wants to catch the Germany, right? Once he kept the Germany, so he was a superpower leader, superpower country at that time. So he decided to fight with the Austria, right? Austria and Poland and catch that. Even though caught the Austria and Poland, so those are not superpower country. Poland is superpower those days. Austria is not superpower. So once he caught that country, he tried to catch the France and Britain also. So France and Britain are the main ruler for whole world. Britain has ruled many countries, so they are the most superpower country in 1942 that period. So if we fight against them, definitely we will die. He mislead his skills. He has to be quiet in that time, right? So we can't approach everything in different same way. We have to change our situation by we have to change that. It was happened to Iraq also, right? So Saddam Hussein he found the concept called he want to make the Iraq and Middle East country Middle East country to be come in a one umbrella, right? So first he wants the Iraq should be superpower country. So he then after that it was superpower country that time. So after that he fight with the he wants the all the Middle East country to be protected by me, right? He will keeping everything all the Middle East country like a friend, right? Keep the friendship with this country and fight with the Western countries. That is his goal, right? But unfortunately, the Western countries had motivated him to take the power over other countries. He did mistakes on those days. Western country, American country and Europe country motivated him to, yeah, you are superpower. It's better to have a one president for all Middle East country. So you can catch the Kuwait and Qatar and fight with against them and catch that country. Then Iran also fight with them and catch that. He tried to fight with Kuwait and Qatar and try to take that well, right? The oil wells has been taken by the Saddam Hussein in those days. So Kuwait and Qatar is dissatisfied with his behavior. So they went and take the help from the same country, American and European country. So they supported Kuwait and Qatar and fight against with the Iraq. That's a plan of the Western country. So he does not know what is his real power. So situation wise, he should stop on that point. Once he become a superpower country, he should stop, and from that point he does not want to fight with other countries near to their country. That's a problem. That's why don't fight with your neighbors. If you fight with your neighbors, when agent time comes in night times, your relationship cannot go. If you have any disease, if you sometime have the heart attack, you can shout. So your neighbors will come and help you, not your relations come. Once you admitted in hospital, only relations come, right? An appraisal of contingency theory. Once the contingency based on the situation, our reaction as the leader will change, right? So based on the situation, our leadership style will be changed. So that leadership style is appropriate to that situation. So we have to check evaluation. We have to evaluate that whether my reaction is okay in this situation. So only that is also first key variable such as task structure, power, relationship are difficult to measure in practice, right? Contingency theory usefully makes people aware of the factors affecting the choice of leadership. However, Chain is pointed out that chain means it's a name, right? So one of the economist names, Chain is pointed out that key variables such as task structure, power and relationships are difficult to measure in practice. Yeah, we can't say this leader have this much of power. We can't say sometimes he has the power, but he might have not used, right? We can't understand. That's why leadership skill is very difficult to measure. Then contingency theory do not always take into account the need for the leader to have technical competence relevant to task. Perhaps the major difficulty for leaders seeking to apply contingency theory, however, is actually to modify his behavior as the situation changes. Actually, we can't say when two person fight, he may judge leadership role play as a judge. So we can't say he is good at judgment, right? He can give one decision to both people, but we can't say based on that judgment is good, right? He will situation wise, if for example Mr. A and Mr. B, if I support Mr. A, it will be more problem because Mr. A maybe have the more power over the employee or the organization. If he support the B, right? If you support the A, it's good, right? If you have the power, so it's okay. But if you have the power over the support the B might have productivity to the company. So definitely I support the A in order to solve the problem quickly, right? That's happening. Situational wise, we can't say his judgment is correct. Then transformational theories. As Mullins notes, all of the models so far considers may be referred to collectively transactional theory. Transactional theory and the transactional leadership and transformational leadership both are learned in once. Transactional leadership means leader will involve to the operational part. Some operational part also leader will take the responsibility. Transformational, right, more, that's why this term is used to distinguish them from the recent approach that have come to known as transformational theory leadership. Mullins 2002 highlights that transformational theory generally accepts that the world is much less stable place than it was, and then changes all kind of frequent and far reaching. It is necessary for leaders of all kind of accept this and to this and to provide leadership that will help the organization respond to creative. So environment is dynamic. For example, take this year our president is following autocratic leadership, right? We have followed closed economy in before 1978. So our leader also like to keep our economy closed and improve our resources. Once the dynamic environment comes, technology improves, so all the many countries become the open economy, right? After 1992 or 1993 only India become a open economy. Before that, India also closed economy, right? So becoming the open economy, automatically they are try to open. So now try to open and try to keep the relationship with other country. So leadership style will change. That is transformation. Time by time, okay, this leadership, I am focusing on the only people focus leader. So after one year, I am seeing people only increasing, my operational and performance of the organization is not improving. So next year, so I have to change my leadership style. I will focus on work then. So that is transformation. Time by time I am changing. It's not a contingency. Contingency based on the situation, I am using my skills, right? This is a changing for at least 2 years, 1 year. I am keeping in that mind. After 2 years, okay, this also change. I'm changing this. So this is not a fixed. We can't say this is transformational theory. If we change and change by change, long term leadership style, right? Transactional means we involving in operational part. Leaders also saying, okay, for audit manager leading the audit team, so he also working to vouching and checking the analytical part of the finance statement. Is a transactional leader. He involving. Many accountants and finance manager are normal transactional leader. There are a number of expectations of modern leaders. So modern leaders, why we are transactional transformational leaders are the mostly effective in current world. You can understand easily transaction. We are involving. So involving leaders, we will see him. He also involving. So he is my role model. I will follow him. So transactional leaders become a role model for many employees. Transformational leaders is dynamic environment. So dynamic environment, changing environment due to the technology. With the changing environment, we are also changing our leadership style. So to change organization system from within, then drive forward advantage, visionary strategy. Leaders visionary strategy means we focus what will be happen to next year, and we found the strategy in order to meet that change. That is visionary strategy. The leaders need to have a clear vision for the future and what needs to be done to get there, so that they can inspire others to aim for that future as well, to motivate others. So these are the modern leaders should have. They should change. They should change in each and every year. Then they should have the visionary. They should forecast what will be changed in next year. Third one, they should motivate the people. Then they should clarity. They should give the audit team. If audit trainee given the task, he will do the task only. If I give this task to verify the sales transactions completeness, he will work on that. Sales transaction accurate I am going to check. So he will work on that. I have to give the purpose also with the works. Purpose and direction. Give the works and the what is the purpose of objective of that work. That is also given to employees. That is now leaders should have that. These are effective leaders should have. Modern leader, effective leader should have these things, right? To be good communication, it's about two-way communication. I am giving the direction to them. If there are any problem, you should give opportunity to tell the problem to you, right? There are three main themes within transformational theory. There's a team, vision, change. Teams. There should be a group work. I should work with the group, right? I am also working as a group member. Then vision. I have to forecast future problem, right? Then change. I have to change in day by day. I have to change at least 1 year, right? So leadership and strategy. Ultimately, the importance of leadership in strategy is that it cultivates innovation and organized change. This is the distinguishes leadership from management. True. Leadership and the strategy, right? Leaders will have the ability of controlling the people. So how you are going to control will be the strategy. You want all the staff should come at a 9 o'clock. So you should implement the fingerprint attendance in office. So it will be strategy. The management provides the order and procedure to deal with the organization requirements of the business. Leadership, by contrast, champions change in show how to go with the change in this way. Leaders inspire and motivate their followers in the way in which managers do not. Right? So management should provide the orders, procedures to control the staff. So and another one I have to tell this. So I am reading fast, right? I am reading fast because I am learning fast. Reading fast will give you learning fast. So good behavior, good attitude to reading fast. It means you are when you read the one sentence, after 10 seconds it will be forgotten, right? It is a found in research. Psychologically we have that problem, right? So if you read the one page in 10 seconds, so first sentence is remembered when you read the last sentence in that page. If you read the one page in 20 seconds, when you finish the half page, since second half of the page will be read, you will forget the first sentence. So each sentence has to be forgotten when 10 seconds reach. The additional 1 second come after 10 seconds. So reading fast will give you remembering fast. That's why I am reading fast. You also try to read fast, right? Then motivation. So our management function leading and motivating and communicating. What is motivation? We have to motivate people to do works. So what is motivation? Just think what can be motivation. Motivation may be the factors that will improve influencing the outcome that is proper outcome, right? Factors that influencing staff to get that appropriate outcome, right? Our procedures, our objective is to be saying we have to make 1 million sales in this month. So if you made the 1 million sales, or if you not make the 1 million sales, staff will get the same salary. So even though getting 1 million, even though not getting 1 million, I am get paid by the fixed salary. If his salary is variable according to sales variable, so he will definitely try to achieve that. So outcome will be our objective. So we are giving one factor to get the outcome accurately. That is motivation, right? So motivation is decision making process through which the individual chooses a desired outcome and sets in motion the behavior appropriate occurring them. It's a definition of motivation. So motivation, it is incentive, right? Second one, we give challenge. We in many showroom and many outlets we can see this month employee of the month, then they put the photo in front of the cashier. So that is motivation. My photo is publishing in the our showroom. That is motivation. If we work properly, attract the customer, work in correct time, punctuality with that measures, they will select the employee of the month. Sometimes some companies publishing in the paper also, manager of the month, employee of the month. So the award ceremony also given. So challenge is given, right? Then also we have to give the time to develop also. If you are taking the works only Saturday Sunday, if they want to follow any courses, we should at least provide the leave, right? Some companies providing the facilities also, sometimes given the class fees to develop them, right? And also we can delegate some powers, even though giving the responsibility. If you're not giving the power to do the work, that responsibility cannot be finalized. For example, the accountant is have the authority, have the responsibility to prepare the financial statement properly, but he has no authority or power to direct the subordinate. That was not given. Subordinate are directed by the finance director. So if there any problems comes, the financial accountant cannot talk directly to employees. Some companies have it. We have to talk to the finance director talk to them. So I have no power. It will be delayed. The formal communication will have more time, right? Then give you opportunity. Some staff are only give the opportunity means if there are any many organization, if the internal vacancy is available, vacancy is there, they try to recruit from the inside of the organization. Internal advertisement will be advertised in notice board. You can apply this post. So we are giving the opportunity to our staff. They will automatically motivated. Sometime until the accountant resign, accounts assistant or accounts executive, maybe the assistant accountant, maybe the chartered accountant, assistant accountant also chartered accountant also chartered. If accountant resign, the post will be vacant. No, so that vacant we can recruit from outside. Otherwise we can give that post to the assistant accountant. He also may be chartered accountant. So that is motivating. Right. Company giving, if there any vacant comes, company giving opportunity to us. So once the finance manager resign also, I will be the finance manager. So I will wait. I will be motivated to give the opportunity. Then determination. If even though one single report is prepared properly, if the bank reconciliation statement are done by the accounts executive, if it is done properly, we have to at least say, yeah, good job. At least we should appreciate their work. We have to determine, we have to recognize their works. That is also motivation, right? Right? If motivation is there, they will automatically satisfied. They think I achieved something because the company is motivating me and I will try to achieve that goals, right? The motivation decision making process to individual chooses the outcome, right? Then goals, outcome that have become desirable for a particular individual. We say that money, power, friendship are motive doing something. Goals are outcomes. Goals are outcome that may be motive. There's giving the salary, incentive. The mental process of choosing desired outcome, deciding how to go about them, and whether the likelihood of success warrants the amount effort will be necessary, and setting the motion and required behavior. Then social process by which other by which other people motivate us to behave in this way. They wish. Motivation in this sense usually applies to attempts of organizers to get workers to put effort. So explanation for this motivation, I already told that. Then why motivation is important. Why we need to motivate the people. So without the company's main objective is making the profit. Business objective, primary objective is making the profit. If there is no private profit, there is no business organization. So making the profit more. So each and every aspect of the motivating a people, each and every productivity of the department will be increased. Automatically department increase, their performance and outcome will be increased. So motivation is to make the adding value to business also. Business, customer, employees, everything are importance of motivate. They consists of hard-working employees. Employees are more likely to take initiative without being asked. So all the factors are to improve the productivity of the motivation. So it's a very simple meaning is that right? So notes are given just to take the meaning and understand your exam. It will be not asked that much. So will be asked some line like this: employees possess a strong sense of accountability and responsibility. So if you are motivate the people, employees automatically have the if one work is done and given to the finance manager may say, your work is superb, please improve more, you can be a good accountant in future. He will be automatically motivated, then he will work lot, he will give the more responsible and more time and more skills to work that same work in a best way. Automatically possess his skills. If he does not take anything and giving and keeping, finance man taking and keeping means, he will say, I spent more than 2-3 days to prepare this. Finance man did not say anything, so he will demotivate you. That's why sign of demotivation is what? Sometimes employees may get more leaves, so sometimes he may be demotivated, right? Demotivated means that they reduce declining the reduction of their works. They are always delaying his works. Their productivity is less. The production department always producing 100 quantity means every month they should produce 100 quantities, but even though they produce more, no incentive is given. So always they try to produce 100 quantities, but they putting more effort. They tired in themselves and producing products. But if you produce 70 quantity, they will less tired, right? So they will say, I am getting fixed salary, so I will produce less, so their productivity is going to be reduced. Lateness, absenteeism, avoidance of responsibility. So motivation and salary is not given, responsibility also reduced. In many companies it's happen. Accounts assistant, I was work in a company that has the 40 staff in accounts department. It was reduced to 20 staff in accounts department, but the responsibility who got the 20 staff is not taken by the staff. There was a big problem. Came after that, increase their salary and taken. So motive to take the responsibility with the salary increment. So if the motivation is increment, salary increment is not there, not taking responsibility also reduction, right? Then we want to understand. So in a motivation theory, right, motivations theory is there, right? The motivations theory, right, needs and goals. This is just to have the understand of the what is needs and what is goal. Need means it is essentially we need. Goals means it's our desires. Essentially we need the food, essentially we need the shelter, essentially we need the clothes. That is need. Goal is to become a chartered accountant, become a doctor, right? Become a higher person in the society. That may be a goal. So individual base is partly influenced by the human biology. So in biological wise, we need the food, we need the water. Without food we can't live, right? So needs drive, activate and dictate, and behavior requires and the eat, drink, sleep and so on. However, we retain freedom of choice about how we satisfy our drives. We need to earn money, it's maybe needs. So how we have to earn the money? Through the employment, through the run the business, or doing the broker works, or doing the classes, doing the lecturing. So on way. So we have to find the way to earn the money. Earning the money maybe needs. So each individual also has a set goals. The relative importance of those goals to individual may vary with the time. And also needs and goals may be different in different time. So childhood, environment, education, on that time we don't need to think about, we are not think about the what is my job in future. Childhood environment, you always want to study and we always want to play. We always see the cartoon. We always want to see the cartoon in those small days, right? In small ages. So when age and position comes, then experience come. You try to take the experience in order to use in different. Taking the experience means not keeping the experience. That experience can be used to somewhere else. Experience will be solution to the another problem, same problem. We already have the experience. Then and there in that solution we can use the correct strategy with this experience. We can use that. For example, take, you may sit in the exam within 1.5 hour, 2 hours. You may not able to answer the 50 questions. You answer only 40 questions. That is the experience. Why you miss 10 questions? So next time you will say, I spend lot of time for the first 10 question, so I have to reduce that time. I have to spend only 1.5 minutes, right? 1.5 minutes, 50 minutes mean 50 hours mean you can at least spend 2 minutes. With this 2 minutes I have to stop. I have to stop the one question. If answer found or not, I will stop that question in 2 minutes. So finally you will end up with the 1 hour and 40 minutes. 50 minutes, no, 2 minutes mean 51 and 40 minutes, and you will stop the works. Then balance 20 minutes maybe spare to you. So you again go and check the unwritten question and you can answer. So you will change the plan. So second attempt you have the experience of failing the exam with a different strategy. So that strategy will not be used in this new attempt. So age and position, there is usually gradual process of goal shift with age. Relationship and explanation may proceed from the 20 age to 30 age. Your goal is different. From the 10 to 20, your goal is different. From 20 to 30, your main goal is to get at least a 1 degree and good employment in the society. And also you have to get married in before 30 years. That is your goal. From 30 to 40 years, you will earn the money and you should stable your family, right? So after 40 to 50 years, you should stable yourself. You should ensure you are financially stable. After 50 to 70 years, you will rest. You will get a rest in your life. Most of the time you spend with your family, and most of the time you travel with your wife and your family. You don't need to spend more time on the works. 50 to 70 years. After 70 years, you will be get a more rest. So your goals and needs are maybe change. Culture wise also change. Even though if you want to go the night parties, pub parties in Sri Lanka, you are not allowed. Sri Lankan culture is different. But if you are living in USA, Europe, you may be allowed. Here pubs, night parties are there, but people are very less. Even though that's middle class and poor people does not going there. Most of the rich people, they can afford that only going. But in India there is small pubs, there are small night parties, clubs there. So anyone can go. If you have the small money also, you can allow, right? So culture wise we change. Even though in Sri Lanka prostitution is not legal, still not legal. But if you want to do the prostitution, you can't find a place, right? But in Thailand or India, prostitution is legal. So culture wise we different. So our goals and needs will be depend on the culture. So in Sri Lanka, alcohol or cigarette cannot be consumed in a public. That's a legally prohibited. But some countries it may not be prohibited. Then self concept. Individual own self-image, the individual assessment of his or her own ability and place society will affect the relative strength and nature of. Sometimes we also having that ability. I need to wear the denim and t-shirt. I like to wear the denim and t-shirt. In office also I like to wear the denim and t-shirt. It's more comfortable, right? But unfortunately, we should wear the official dress to go there. It's like a uniform. We have to spend money over that also. Increasing cost also. We are getting less salary, but office saying you should wear the office kit. I have to wear the shirt. I have to wear the tie. I have to wear the trouser. I have to buy the shoe. Shoe also will be damaged, expire after 1 year. But if I come with the casual, right? I will come with a slipper t-shirt, denim, very less cost. So normally we dressing in that way in normal times, t-shirt, denim, or short or slipper. But in office time only we are dressing in different. So that is really uncomfortable for people. But even the uncomfortable, we have the self-respect. So I am a manager, I am an accountant, I should go in this way. We have self-respect and going. Right? Yeah, many girls also same thing. Girls are like to wear arm tee and the shorts in a road. But our society see, if girls wear short and arm cut t-shirts, it is not good. So we have self-respect. So society will decide I am not good girl, I am not good person. That's why I am wearing this. So self-respect will decide your goal and your needs. Right? That is general idea. Right? The basic assumption of motivation are the people behave in such a way to satisfy their needs. Right? Then an organization, the position offers some satisfaction. People might seek relationship and belonging, challenges, achievement, progress, and same thing. So then our useful motivation concept to extra level of commitment and perform. So already is explained. What I explained is given in the letters, right? Then theory of motivation. Theory of motivation, there are I think 5 or 6 theories there. So theory for leadership there. Then next motivation, theories of motivation there. So it will be divided into 2. What are the things that motivate people? What are the things motivate people to do that? Right? Second one, how can people be motivated? What are the things motivate the people? Second one, how we can motivate the people. That will lead to people to motivate them. Right? Maslow hierarchy of needs is our main theory of motivation. Then LDERG theory, the Hesberg 2-factor theory. Those are the what are the things that motivate people. Then how can people be motivated? Right? So it's a different meaning, right? Once we go through these theories, you will understand. Maslow hierarchy needs will say human being, as the human being, we have the motive to satisfy our needs on a time wise, period wise. It means if I am today not employed, so I have no works, I am just being at home, at least I need a food and place to there. So that is called psychological needs. That is definitely I need, right? Definitely I need. Even though I am working, even though I am earning the money, that's why beggars there. Beggars definitely want to eat. That's why they are begging money. Even though they don't work, they need to fill up their stomach. Right? They need the water and food. Food cannot be afforded without money. That's why they are begging and at least satisfy their hungry. Right? Psychology, that's definitely need. All the human beings, not only the human beings, all the animals, all the livelihood need the psychological needs. Then security, order, predictability, freedom from threat. Then safety needs. Right? Okay, we got the food and shelter. Then we had the home. So even though we had the home, I want to be secure. Someone come and kill me. Right? I want a lock and I want to keep my home door locked. So security, that means security, safety, right? Then if I got the safety and security needs, next level, that is for relationship affects below love, social needs. So even though I satisfy my hungry, my thirsty, right? I am in a separate place. So separate place there. So I will have the money, I will have my family differently. So I have to protect them. So safety them. So that's why even though if I die, so one person has to look after my family. That's why insurance policy is there. I will insure my life and keeping my family secure. Right? So security needs is there. That's why we are earning money and saving the money. That is security. Right? Once you got that, Relationship is social needs. We have to interact with the people. Without the friends, we can't live. Without the people, we can't live. We are we are human beings. We need the people. We need the people. One area. Can you live without talk to people or without having a good relationship with your neighbors? You should have the relationship with your neighbors. Once you got that, again you will not stop your need. Once you got that, okay, I have this relationship. I got the employment. First, you are trying to, in the interview, you are trying to get the job. Once you get the job only, you want to improve your job. That is esteem needs. You want a good position in your, that will be after 45 years, 50 years, you will get a good position in the your company. That is your ultimate objective. After that, you will get a good status in the your society. Then self actualization will be there. So you will start from nothing and you will get everything. So fulfillment of personal potential. You fulfilled everything and you are ready to die now. So Maslow saying, with this 5 hierarchy, first psychologically will be fulfilled, then safety will fulfill, then love and social needs, then esteem needs. Esteem means I should get the good recognition. Nowadays, in your age, you may be in 20 years to 25 years old. If your relatives not invited you to their wedding function, even though not invited, you will go. You don't think about prestige problem. If your father and mother invited, you will definitely catch their hand and you will go. Before 20 years age also, you just go. But after 25 years or 30 years, you get a good recognition in society. They should definitely invite you. They should come and tell Putha, please you also come to my wedding, this wedding. Then only you go. You will say they did not invite me. I have the respect, and you will reject them. That is esteem needs, right? You have the prestige and you have the respect in front of everyone, right? That will be come in late. You once qualified and get the good job and recognition in your society, and your relation. Then everyone will give the good respect to you, keep good respect over you, right? Then this is also having the limitation, because this theory was studied in a small quantity of people, 200 or 230 people in the America, US. Based on that only this area was found. It will not be matched to all the economy. That's a big disadvantage of this limitation in this theory, right? There's a limitation is given. There's a main limitation in this theory. Then Aldous-ERG theory is this is not actually a different theory. Is taken Maslow's theory, and he did some changes. Then I told food and shelter is first theory and security is second need. Actually, so once I have the food and shelter, if I have the shelter, automatically security should be there. I should secure me. I should secure myself. I secure my money, right? Once I got the job and earn the money and fulfill my food and my clothes and everything, so I should secure my place. I should keep my money safe, my things safe. So he combining the each stages and found only 3: existence needs, E relatedness needs, R for relatedness needs, G for growth needs. So food, shelter, clothing, safety, security, and this is correspondent to the first 2 level of Maslow hierarchy, right? Social and esteem needs. So he aggregate the love and social and the esteem needs, right? Then relatedness needs. Actually social, automatically socialism and love comes. Automatically you need the prestige from the people. If you not your wife is not giving the respect to you, you will not care about her, right? Your friends not giving respect to you, will not care about that. So prestige is in a esteem needs in the height, in the above to the it's social needs. Social means keeping good relationship with the people, making the networking. That is mean social. So when you're making the networking, you should be given the respect. So those are same. Then growth needs be internal estimate, self-actualization, including desired productivity and creative completely meaningful works. As one of the top level of Maslow hierarchy, self-actualization. It's actually not a different theory. He combined the theory and he told Maslow has this limitation. So this cannot be like this. This should be 3 level. He told this wrong. This is not 5 stages, 3 stages. Right? The Asperger's two-factor theory is based on the two needs to avoidance, unpleasantness, and the need for personal growth. So that's a two factors, the hygiene factor and the motivating factor. Hygiene factor is purely we need that, essentially we need this hygiene factor, purely we need that. Purely if you work in a company, you need a salary, definitely you need the salary. That is hygiene factor. If you pay the salary, if you not in the interview, you are not paying salary, you are sales personnel, go and work sales personnel. If you're doing the this much of sales only, you will be paid this much, means there is no hygiene factor. You should given the fixed salary first, 20,000 or 25,000, you will be get the fixed salary. That if you make the more sales than the target sales, that is motivation, that is incentive, that is meant by this, right? The needs to avoid unpleasantness satisfied through hygiene factor. Unpleasant means unreasonable, it's unlikely, I'm not like this, it's not a pleasant to me. Pleasant means I am preferring that means pleasant. So unpleasant means I am not preferring, so avoid the not preferring, right? So you should give that first. So if you producing the food and giving to the customer, means it should be not expired food. It is a hygiene factor. Second one is taste should be good, right? The second one may be cost also reduction. Even though you sell the toothpaste, if it is affect, even though price is less, it affect the teeth of the people, so affect the health of the people, they will not buy. So definitely that toothpaste should not damage their teeth. That is the hygiene factor. If we include in the taste, nowadays salt taste is coming toothpaste, like the coal is mixed with the toothpaste. Then herbal, there's a mint, then some aloe vera gel are included in the toothpaste. So those are additional motivating, right? Motivator factor is that, right? The Asperger's says that the evidence of poor motivation not pay too much attention. So motivation factor in the organization given by the job design. It's a Asberg emphasizing that you can motivate the employee not only through the hygiene factor, giving the salary increment, giving the salary. Please give the motivation to the people to improve their career, improve their skills, improve their development. Then if you work as an accounts assistant, only printing the check printing works only for next 5 years, even though your salary increase to 200,000 or 300,000, not use. Once this business close, you can't work in another company. So you are not motivating, you are demotivating. Some people are there, even though I am studying or not taking the skill or experience, they will work for salary. Actually that is not a motivation. So job design, he should be given the extra responsibility, he should be given the extra works, he should be given the extra power. Then only motivation is real motivation. So he giving the job design 3 techniques: job enlargement, job rotation, job enrichment. Job enlargement means increase the irresponsibility. For example, if accounts assistant only printing the checks, means so next year we are increasing 10,000 salary to him. We saying you are only printing the check, please print the sales invoice also. It's accounts works horizontally. So accounts assistant, one of the accounts assistant work is given to him and increase the salary. So it's horizontally increasing the his responsibility. That's enlargement. Enrichment means vertical increase. It means that his accounts assistant, he will be given the job responsibility of accounts executive or accountant or finance manager. He will be improving vertically. That is job enrichment. Job rotation means he will be given the another works. He will work in the accounts department. He will be given the works in cashier. It's bank practice that. In banks are rotating the people. Cashier work is sometimes cashier work is done by the one person. That person after 3 months or after 6 months he will be working in the loan department. Then he will be working in the customer service department. He will be working in the next that saving account and current account open department. So it will be changed. So job enlargement and job enrichment, please understand this technical word properly. Maybe ask in the your exam paper, right? What is meant by enlargement? Enlargement, horizontally we increase the responsibility but no post is changed, only increase the responsibility. Enrichment increase the is post also, giving the most more responsibility and giving the promotion, right? Then room expectation theory, there is a second one. First one, what are the things motivating the people? Second one, how people are motivated. The room expectations theory, that is given by the formula. Actually this formula is not giving actual figures, right? Yeah, F is the force or strength of the individual motivation to behave in the particular. So F means their strength, their force, right? It will be given a balance, strength of the individual preference for given outcome or reward. You are telling make the salesperson to make the sales of 10 million. So if he does not have the strength to make the 10 million, it's not use. He should have the strength. So he should have the strength, and that incentive he should have the desire to take that opportunity. It's like this, you are giving incentive the person. So for example, take accountant salary is 1,80,000. So you are saying accountant to this 3 months you should work more 3 hours, so you will be paid OT. But at home 1,80,000 may be more salary, extra salary for him, so more than what he expect. So he will definitely will not work overtime, that is enough. So that should be expected by them. If you saying accountant, if you working this much, we will change your car and we will provide you a nice car, Benz car, then he will be motivated. So based on their expectation, we should give the motivation. For example, audit trainee, even the audit trainee or accounts trainee working in the firms or mercantile sector, they are really working as an accounts trainee in order to complete their article. Even though giving the salary more, even though giving the overtime pay, they don't like to work for salary. Then they don't like to improve and catch the more post, highest position. After 3 years, they definitely resign and go. That is their motivation. No need to give the incentive for that. That is expectation. He should expect that first. Then second one, even though he expect, he have the ability to reach that. Then only he has the strength. He has the strength to motivate by that. That is told by this room expectation, right? In the equation, the lower the value of the balance and expenditure, the less the motivation. If it is for example, take F equal V into IE. We just giving the number, assume we are just giving the number 0 to 1. So V balance is 0.2. The E is 0.4 means 0.2 into 0.4 is the 0.8, right? 0.8, right? The 0.08 percentage. So if we have the 0.2 into 0.6, here's the 0.12 percentage. So increasing the level of expectancy and increasing the level of his incentive, his ability to get that's outcome, his strength over that motivation is also increasing. That is why given in the box, read that box, the paragraph in the box properly. I highlighted because it can be asked in the exam paper. An employee may have a higher expectation that increase the productivity will result in promotion because managerial promise say, but if the employee is indifferent to negative towards the, indifferent means even though he achieved or not, we are not care about it. It's indifferent. It's like this. For example, take easy example is, if a if a lover is break up with you, boy or girl break up with you, even though break up or even though without with you or break up, you don't care about him, you are indifferent, you don't worry about him, even though he or she with me, no use, right? Even the breakup also same thing, so breakup also no use, so that is indifferent, right? I took simple example. Both decision keeping or not keeping will not impact your expectation, will not impact your feeling, your decision, your company's profit, so that is indifferent, right? So indifferent promotion, because the negative towards the idea of promotion, there will be no motivation to increase productivity, right? Likewise, if promotion is very important but he or she does not believe higher productivity will actually achieve promotion, maybe because of your SB passed or before, perhaps motivation will be low, right? The Adams equity theory is, it's like this. Equity theory found based on the business. If you putting the 1 lakh to the business, means that is equity. What is the purpose of putting 1 lakh equity, 1 lakh capital is equity, right? Capital to the business to increase that equity. Putting the then increase that equity means making the profit. So that is equity theory. We will have to put the input. That input has to be giving the output more, right? Theory looks at the balance of input and output experienced by employee in their work. So later effort individual puts their role and such time work is training is essential. If I recruit the chartered accountant's output will be like this. He should be interpret the any problems in the accounts properly. Solution. If he is not solution, even though solution is given by him, not taken by management, means he demotivated. So output should be really taken from them. That's equity theory, right? The managerial implication process of theory. What about the these theories are implicated to the leadership? What about these theories are implication? Theories have the influence over this. Uh, uh, Theories are implementing the managerial role. Internal results should be made clearly, right? If theory is there, so we can understand what this employee or what this organization need next. If an employee is given a job and working for 1 year, definitely he need the highest post after 2-3 years. So company can understand each and every employees. After 2-3 years, accountant will become a finance manager. So we have to see the internal results should be made. So individuals are more committed to specific goal which they have helped to set themselves, right? Immediate and ongoing feedback should be given. Then fourth one, if an individual is rewarded according to performance tied towards it. So then communication.